Welcome to the final episode of Cougnation.
Tonight we take a look at the highlights from WSU athletics throughout the year.
And sit down with the athletes themselves. All that and more here on Cougnation.
Don't let me get in my zone. 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 The stars is in the building. They hands to the ceiling. I know I'm about to kill it. How you know I got that feeling? You are now watching the throne. Don't let me into my zone. Don't let me into my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
I'm Jillian Sellard.
I'm Nick DeTore.
And I'm Brandon Wall, and we have quite the show for you guys tonight.
That's right, Brandon. Athletes are here in Studio A to talk with us.
But before we get to that, there were some big stories that happened around Cougar athletics. My standout performance this year goes to the entire women's volleyball team. Coach Jen Greeny has the team moving in the right direction. The team improved in 6 of 7 categories, and their hitting percentage was also second highest in a decade. Several players had fantastic seasons, including Cameron Irwin, who moved into 6th place on the career assist list, and J.C. Harris was second best for kills in a single season in school history. It's a good time to be a fan of this team.
Volleyball really made strides this season.
Definitely, but there's another athlete who's made his mark on the court. The Cougar standout for me was senior Brock Motum. He finished the regular season second in the Pac-12 for scoring and reached double figures in 31 straight games. In the season finale, Motum moved into 5th on the WSU all-time scoring list and set the record for rebounds. Brock walked away with multiple awards that separate him from the rest.
Brock has been doing it since day one.
Yeah, he's been in the press all over the place since the season ended. In comparison to Brock, one of the most dominant sports at WSU doesn't get nearly as much recognition. I'm talking about women's rugby team. The team has made a statement with a 43-3 record over the past 4 years. 2 of those losses came in national championship games. While the rest of us are taking final exams, these girls will be in Palo Alto competing in the final rounds of the national championship.
4 years, these girls really know how to get it done.
I know, I really hope they take it all this season.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We're coming back to talk with some athletes here in the studio. Stay tuned.
I'm Brandon Wall, and I'm sitting here with Ireti Amojo and Grad, both players on the WSU women's basketball team. Ireti, you've scored almost 450 points in your career despite having a couple serious knee injuries. How did you push through that and be as successful as you are right now?
I would say mostly the support from my teammates and the coaching staff, and having really good help from physical trainers and doctors. You know, just kind of walking me through the process and helping me recovery.
And Katie, you've played in 120 games here at WSU as a Coug and put up some terrific numbers. What's been your favorite memory?
I think my favorite memory has just been all the times we had as a team, like traveling around, going to the Virgin Islands, getting to play there, playing in Hawaii, and it's just a great experience to be with teammates that you love and a coaching staff that's really supportive, and you get to have fun.
Both of you guys are leaving behind a great legacy here at WSU. How do you both want to be remembered?
As a great teammate, and yeah, just supportive of my teammates, a team player, and a good leader.
I think in addition to what Ireti said, I think we both work hard, and that's something that we kind of tried to set a tone for the younger kids on our team with a big freshman class this year, and hopefully teach them the ropes a little bit about being hard workers.
So what do you guys have planned in the future?
Katie?
Right now I'm working on my master's, so I'm going to probably finish that up in the fall of next year, and then it's kind of up in the air from there.
And I'm going to go back to Germany and hopefully play a little bit longer. Yeah.
Thank you both for sitting down with us today. Now we're going to head back over to the other side of the studio where Brenna's sitting with DJ Shelton. Brenna?
Thanks, Brandon. DJ, how you feeling today?
I'm pretty good.
Well, as some of you may or may not know, your uncle Lonnie Shelton won an NBA final with the Seattle Supersonics. How has that been filling those big shoes of your family?
It's kind of hard, but I'm trying to do it the best way I can, and I think here at WSU I have the best opportunity and so far so good. So my senior year, I hope I can fill those shoes.
Had you ever thought of playing football? I know a lot of your cousins do that as well.
Yeah, actually I started off playing football when I was younger. I never really liked the basketball, but then as I got older, I just grew to love the sport. So basketball is my passion now.
Now I know the season may not have turned out as well as we had hoped, but what was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment probably was beating UCLA here. I know we had like a lot of losses in a row, so coming in and beating them while they were ranked was real big time for us as a team.
And I saw in your bio you like bowling. How's that going? Do you do that on your spare time?
Yeah, I used to bowl a lot. Like when I was younger, my family, we used to go bowling as a family, so I just grew to love it, and I'm pretty good at it. So
What's your best score?
I think I got in the 300s one time when I was younger. I haven't been able to get back up there lately.
Very nice. What are your hopes for next season, going into your senior season here?
My hopes is I could just be a good team leader and a captain and lead everybody on and off the court, and hopefully we could just get to the NCAA tournament and just win as many games as we can and compete the best way we can in the Pac-12.
Well, thanks, DJ. I'm going to send it over to Ben with a member of the swim team.
Thanks, Brenna. I'm here with Shelbi Luchini, women's swim team member. Shelbi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So my first question, I know you swim the individual medley, so that combines 4 strokes.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite stroke to compete with?
Well, probably the 200 IM. That's probably my favorite event because it's like speed and power all at once. But definitely the breaststroke is probably my weakest stroke. So girls kind of catch me on that, but I got the freestyle to come back home with. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you've had a very successful senior season this year. Maybe give us your favorite moment this year.
Well, I'd have to say it's probably more out of the pool. We have a lot of fun when we're out to dinner as a team, and you know, there's this one girl on my team, Haley, who just likes the would you rather or just really creative questions like that. So the whole table gets going and we're just having a good time and everything. So those are probably my definitely my favorite moments for sure.
So you're graduating in May.
Yes.
What would be something that you're going to miss about Washington State?
I would probably say the camaraderie among the Cougars. I mean, there's just so much school spirit, and just bleeding crimson is just something I'm so used to, and not, you know, walking around seeing so many Cougar fans and everything. That's going to be definitely a different environment for me, for sure.
Well, Shelbi, thank you very much for being here today. So we're going to send it over to Jillian, who is with football player Gino Simone.
Thanks, Ben. I'm here with Gino Simone. How are you doing today, Gino?
Good. Just enjoying Pullman as always.
Great. So you came here to WSU as a state champion from Skyline High School, and you started out playing under Paul Wolf. But my question for you today is, how was the transition to Mike Leach?
You know, for me, I loved playing for Coach Leach, and I'll always be appreciative to Coach Wolf and that staff for giving me the opportunity to come here and be a Coug. But you know, I really relished at the idea of playing for a guy like Coach Leach and that type of air raid offense, and so I wish I just had more time to be in it.
Awesome. And we did win the first Apple Cup since 2008 under Mike Leach, and how did you feel in that moment that you won?
It was pretty incredible. Me and a lot of guys that I came here with, Jeff Toole and Nolan Washington, Travis Long, you know, all the class, the 09 boys we used to call ourselves, and kind of our goal for when we came here was to leave this place better than what it was when we got here. And so to be a part of the biggest comeback in Apple Cup history kind of was the final stamp saying, you know what, we did it.
Well, I could say it was really fun to watch. So your brother Jordan, he actually was a Cougar, but he transferred to ASU. How do you feel about that?
You know, I'm a Coug through and through now, but you know, I grew up an ASU fan. My dad played at ASU, and so you know, he's my brother. I love the kid to death, but you know, I'm still going to be rooting for the Cougs come Saturdays.
Awesome. Me too. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, so stick around.
I'm living in that 21st century. Doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Scream from the haters. Got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his thing.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down.
You are now watching the throne. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Stars is in the building. They hands to the ceiling. I know I'm about to kill it. How you know I got that feeling? You are now watching the throne. Don't let me into my zone. Don't let me into my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Welcome back to Cougnation. Guys, we had some great sports moments this season. What were your favorites?
Mine was definitely the UCLA game at home. It was just action-packed, very exciting game, and it really got the ball rolling and our momentum kind of towards the Pac-12 tournament. So great game to watch and be there to see.
Yeah, basketball was also my favorite because those last-minute fights to the end type of games, you know, against Gonzaga and UW, those were just great to watch and be a fan.
Enough about basketball, though. I think the best moment of the year was definitely when we retired John Olerud's number 18. I mean, Olerud is probably one of the best athletes all time, Cougar history. Beautiful day. We beat the Stanford Cardinal. Probably the best moment.
You know, I can't believe we've made it this long without talking about football.
No kidding. having Coach Leach on campus just brought a whole different atmosphere to Cougar football.
Yeah, plus it was really cool for me. I used to have my family members would drive over from the west side for all the home games, and so it was a cool experience to just hang out with them.
Okay, talking about football, I can't believe we haven't brought up the Apple Cup.
Yeah.
That was a great moment. Being a freshman and having the Cougars win against the Huskies was so great.
Yeah.
So I just loved it. Last second win, that was just awesome.
Definitely no other game like that. That was impressive. I think it's safe to say we could spend hours talking about our favorite Coug moments, but that's all we have for this season of Cougnation.
Thanks for watching. We hope you had as much fun this season as we did.
Thanks again for joining us, and as always, good night and
Go Cougs!